everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Big DIY. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the basic tools you need to have to be a DIYer, a do-it-yourselfer. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Here we go. Alright, today's episode, basic tools to be a DIYer, a do-it-yourselfer, something that we all need to be. Something that we all need to stop relying on other people to get our stuff done and just do it yourself. These tools that I'm going to go over with you here today are basic hand tools. There's nothing crazy here. They're really easy to use, really easy to operate, and it's not going to break the bank to get them. Now, you're not going to see a toolbox here because my toolbox is actually one of those big drawer toolboxes. But all of this will fit into your standard, regular, small toolbox. So we're going to start on the left, work our way around, go over each tool one by one and some of its uses. So, the infamous WD-40. What are we going to achieve with WD-40? Well, we're going to lubricate everything in our house. Seriously, guys. You got creaky doors, whatever it might be, something needs to get lubricated. WD-40 will always do the trick. My only suggestion to you is don't use it in areas that are known to get freezing cold. I would rather you use a lubricant that is a little meant for cold areas. Next piece of tools, a hacksaw. This is going to cut tile, metal, any way you need it. So if you're doing a project around a house that has metal, plastic tubing, whatever it might be, hacksaw is your tool. Next, we're going to go over to the handsaw. This is going to cut wood. It can cut some pipe, but mostly it's going to cut your wood, it's going to cut your moldings. It's going to take care of all of those little situations. They come in different cuts. This is a smooth cut. Lets me make a nice fine cut. It's not something that's rough and needs a lot of sanding. Usually you have less work when you use a smooth cut. Next is a 2-foot level. Now this level here will let you do horizontal, vertical, and diagonal. It actually has a tape measure on the top as well as a sight bubble, so that if you need to use it in an awkward spot, it gives you a little help. Levels are used for everything from hanging a picture, hanging a bookshelf, whatever it might be, the level is going to take you. Now, this is a 2-footer. I recommend having a 2-footer and a 1-footer at least for the do-it-yourselfer. Now, here we go. Tapes. Duct tape. Everything can be fixed with duct tape. Duct tape is your best friend. Make sure you always have a roll of duct tape. Electrical tape. Electrical tape can also be your best friend. It's not just for wrapping up the ends of wires. If you have a cord that might be a little damaged, you could wrap it and cover it so this way it doesn't create a fire. When you do your Christmas lights or any exterior lighting, you could use it to wrap your plugs. Next is a ratchet tool set. This is an American and metric standards. It will cover all of your basic needs. Now, the only thing about this one set here is it doesn't have any deep sockets. These are all normal 1-inch long sockets. Some of them are actually shorter than that. So my recommendation to you is to get yourself an extra set of at least American standard size deep sockets that work with that ratchet. Next thing we have here is the tape measure and a pair of scissors. Self-explanatory, guys. You got to cut fabric or whatever it might be, open up that box. Obviously a pair of scissors is going to do it for you. Tape measure, we already went over a tape measure and how to read it in one of the previous videos. Tape measure is going to save you any way you go. Next thing is going to be the hammer. There are so many different hammers out there that you could go nuts trying to pick a hammer. This is a 16-ounce wood-handled hammer. It's the standard for hanging pictures, putting together some stuff. You don't need anything bigger than this unless you're doing some major construction projects. A crowbar. This is a small crowbar. It's only about 6 to 8 inches long. It has a nail puller right here. That's what also this little V-notch on the end is for, is a nail puller. On the other end, it has another nail puller. This will get you out of so many issues around the home, especially if you're changing moldings, whatever it might be, even jacking up a piece of furniture to put a shim underneath it. Get yourself at least a small crowbar, if not a full-size Wonder Bar. A bit set. This bit set here can be used either with a screwdriver or a drill. This set covers everything you need from flat-headed to Phillips to star heads to Allen heads to hex heads, everything you need to try to work on furniture building. Anything around the home, putting up screws, putting on doorknobs, anything like that, this has you covered. They're so inexpensive now that it's such a needed thing in your toolbox. Now, this is a 5-in-1 painter's tool. I recommend everybody has one of these in their toolbox. This thing will open up a can of paint for you, scrape off the stuff from the walls. Everything you need to do, this has you covered. Make sure you put one of those in your toolbox. A dual drive or ratcheting screwdriver. Dual drive basically means that when you hold this part right here and do the ratchet at the same time, it will keep turning the screw even though you turn this in the wrong way. It makes the job go quicker. But even if you don't get a dual drive here that I have from Cobalt, that I got at Lowe's, get yourself a ratcheting screwdriver. You will thank me later. Next, an awl tool. AWL, awl. This will pop the holes in the walls for all of your anchors. This will also, in addition with a hammer, you could make a quick set down in something to start the hole so you don't crack any wood. An awl is definitely an essential in everybody's toolbox. A set of wrenches. Now, these are standard wrenches. I prefer ratcheting wrenches. They have them out now. It makes the job so much easier. But these wrenches, it's a standard 6-piece. This is metric. It will work with American Standard, but I don't have the American Standards with me right now. I would suggest getting ratcheting wrenches if you have to get any at all. Next item on our list, wrenches. Now, you heard me talk about those wrenches. Well, these are crescent wrenches. Some people call them adjustable wrenches. They let this little thumb screw here lets you reduce the size or increase the size as needed. Now, this is a small one right here. We have a larger. They come smaller than this and bigger than this. But these two here are what I recommend that you at least have for all of your plumbing needs, whatever it might be around the house. You're gonna need a crescent wrench. Now, pliers. I have 3 different here. We have your standard pliers here that allow you to adjust for bigger and smaller. Alright, definitely get yourself just a regular set of pliers. Needle nose pliers. Great for getting those little things. If you are doing any wiring, these are great as well because they have cutters down here that will cut your wire for you. But even if you're doing a decoration project, this will help you twist any wires for the decoration project and cut them. Adjustable pliers. Now these things will help you out with almost everything around the house. They open up from about 1.5 inches wide all the way down to nothing. Get yourself a pair of adjustable pliers. You're going to need them. Now you heard me talk in that bit set about Allen wrenches. They have the parts for your screwdriver, but you should still get an Allen wrench because if you hit an Allen screw that's rusted in or anything like that, this will help you more than a screwdriver will. It's a multi-Allen wrench set. They only go for about $1 or $2. Make sure you get one. And last but not least, everybody's favorite tool, I think it's everybody's least favorite tool, the caulk gun. Now this is a standard caulk gun. There's nothing special about this caulk gun. We're going to go over some caulking in a future episode, but basically this caulk gun is going to help you caulk around the windows, doors, bathtub, whatever it is that you need. This is going to serve the purpose. Make sure you get a caulk gun. So, basic tools that we went over today. I hope you guys enjoyed all the tools that we picked out for you. For the big DIY, this is Andrew. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, don't forget to subscribe and share the video with your friends and family. Till the next time, have a great day.